idea what's going on. So spray brake cleaner on there, that's why that's peeled so bad. But if you can look and see, is a bunch of oil all back behind here, pretty much back behind the backing plate, and actually on the backing plate, and all on the oil pump. So the perfect way pretty much to find out an oil leak is you see a bunch of this, and to really pinpoint it, you probably would think is that, but if you start looking higher and higher, you can start seeing, you know, more wetness. Yes, the belt could be throwing it off, but as I already been there, the valve cover was leaking oil like real bad. It's just a bunch of oil down there. So it's this valve cover that's bad, and it's oil down on here on the runners. So yep. So pretty much just go to the garage or the shed. Matter of fact, I don't even gotta go to the shed. Got the toolbox in the car from when I took it out Saturday for the photo shoot. And with the wing, it's like 2 times heavier. And the toolbox is actually in the back seat. Yeah, it's in the back seat. But in the meantime, pretty much show you the other wheels that I got that I'm actually building. So, see, I'm already limited on space as already. So what I'm gonna wind up doing is on the outside of the garage, bring a parking pad in and actually add on to this existing shed or whatever. Pretty much a storage area, because the house doesn't have a basement. And I actually been taking the 3 pieces apart. Those are actually going to be the front lips on the SSRs. Those are my other spare wheels. It's 2 rear wheels and 1 front wheel. I can remember. Oh, okay. This is what I want to show you guys. Pretty much when I'm done rebuilding these will pretty much be like my primary wheels. These are 18s. I'm going to try to make the back 11s. That's a 7-inch lip right there. Got this from VR Wheels. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need a 4-inch barrel. The actual barrels that came with the wheels are like 5 or 6 inches, and it came with like a 2-inch lip, so that wasn't gonna work for this. Pretty much like the setup, the aggressive look I wanted. So I'm literally just taking the faces off the wheels, and you know, taking the barrels and the old barrels and old lips and just tossing them to the side. I'm just scrapping once I'm done. But the only problem as far as that I found out is taking wheels apart that's imported from Japan and whatnot that have never been took apart. A lot of those joints are welded. And I was tripping. I'm like, dang, it's so easy to take these things apart. Why are people sending them off to like VR Wheels and 3-piece to get them rebuilt? And I found out why. Because a lot of people, you know, they just not with cutting the weld or anything like that. And I understand. I totally understand that. Is already risky for one, taking apart and putting these wheels together, and you know, and it add another risk factor with having to use a cutoff wheel, pretty much an angle grinder or saw, you know, to get these joints separated. So I don't blame anybody, but me, I'm doing away with the barrels and the lips for the rear wheels. The front wheels, I may use the barrels. I gotta remeasure those again, because you know, I was on the fly doing it on the fly, so I'm gonna remeasure it. But you can push come to shove, I just ordered new ones. So VR Wheels and 3-piece prices are pretty much the same for real. I noticed on VR Wheels though, with the SSR GT3s, the lips actually go up to like a 9-inch lip. It's just too much for me, but some people might can fit it. But it goes up to like a 9-inch lip, and on 3-piece it only goes up to like, I think it's like a 7-inch lip on there. I gotta look again, but I'm pretty sure that was the measurements. But I mean, it's other wheel places out there that you can actually order wheels and barrels from. That's pretty much just where everybody told me to go to, either 3-piece or VR Wheels. As long as they got the barrels and lips already ready to ship, I think these came within like a week for real. I know sometimes you have to wait because they got to take the barrels, you know, and pretty much cut them to size, which, you know, is acceptable. I mean, for the 3-piece wheels, I mean, it's worth it for real. But yeah, I ain't gonna talk you guys' heads off. We're gonna get out here, fix my oil leak. It's gonna most likely leak again, so I gotta like research some better seals. I think I changed my seals like 2 times a year. I don't know if it's because it's just too much boost, faulty seals, or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I usually gotta do my seals like 2 times a year for real. I don't really trip off of it. I really don't mind because it's a real simple and easy process. Mainly because I did it like a billion times for real. So for me to do the seals on this thing, it's not gonna take me no time for real. I really think it's just coming from the valve covers, to be honest. But I might just do the valve covers, take it for a spin, see if we leak oil again. And you know, if it's the seals, I just change the seals out. It doesn't really make me any difference. But yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna talk you guys' heads off. As always, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for checking in on your boy. As always, let's get this thing cracking. I gotta find these seals first. Oh, I know exactly what it is. Hey man, let's rock out. Got my gun, my ratchet going. Got my rag going for all this oil I got floating, and brake cleaner. Let's get it, y'all. Down there is like a bunch. It's like soak, so it's definitely for sure this valve cover gasket. This definitely will make you break up under boost, freaking not start properly, just give you a bunch of problems, you know, just a bunch of trash in here. Definitely give you a bunch of problems with all this oil in here. Like I said, it went from bad to like really worse. Yeah, so I said I don't even think it's any of the seals. I'm mainly just thinking it's this. Yeah, seals don't even look wet down in there. But yeah, I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna do the valve cover and spray this off. I'm gonna just take it off so I can paint that while we at it. So gotta go back and grab a 22 or 21. But as far as with that valve cover leak, that's mainly because when I was putting the valve cover gasket on, it actually got pinched when I was putting it on. By the time I noticed it was pinched, it was too late. It was already leaking. So I tried to like reset it, and as you can see, it did not work. So I always use OEM specific gaskets on the engine, mainly because, you know, OEM's supposed to be better than the aftermarkets. Everybody has their preference. That's literally just stumbled across good pricing on it, and it's definitely Toyota grade. It says Toyota OEM and everything on it. But yeah, that's literally the only reason why that's actually leaking in that one spot, because on the other valve cover gasket, it's not leaking at all. So I'm pretty sure that's why. It's not even a problem as far as like just the gasket fell. It's literally, you know, I pinched it and it was just all downhill from there. As far as you know, if those gaskets I've been ordering was good, they pretty good. I got them from Rock Auto, so they're pretty good. It was like I said, I just pinched it, and it just been issues since then. But we're about to fix that right now, so that way. But I'm thinking that's where the main oil leak is coming from. But I might as well just go ahead and just take everything apart and just spray my timing gears while I'm at it, because those things look crazy. I love popping my hood at meets, you know, showing, you know, a couple people how everything looks under my hood. I love it, mainly because, you know, I did all the work myself, and then for two, like, you know, if somebody else want to see it and, you know, need any ideas for their car, you know, I pop the hood, I help a person out. You know, I don't race the car, I didn't build it to race, so, you know, I don't mind showing anybody my setup. And I can't find it. I think this one will fit, but yeah. Let's get back to this work, y'all. Here's the fun part. Now we gotta pull that crankshaft pulley off, so this is the tool, can be easily acquired at like your local parts store, O'Reilly's, Advance, AutoZone, whoever. And it comes with a set of screws, well, bolts. But I have no idea. I think this one and this another one. But oh, you can tell those are not the same. But it's around these two. But yeah. So you buy this piece, and what you do, you take this, you set this on just like so. Boom, and you slide whichever bolts fit into the two holes on here. It's one, and then there's one up here. You stick them through, twist it, tight it, through, twist it, tight it, and you're good to go. So what I'm gonna do right now is just see which ones. It's way too big. Definitely this one. I have the other one either on me or in the shed. So twist that in. You know, you just want to double check. Make sure that's good. Alright, so boom, you're in the money. So these two, this is pretty much the same thing. That one's just a different color. Why, I don't know. I get these fully tight because this is what actually takes the force when you tighten this up. Make sure these are fully tight. Tighten this up, might take a little while, but you can get the idea. So you tighten, you want to probably set the timing up. I got a couple timing videos down in my channel. You go and check those out. I don't have any time right now to go set timing and all that good stuff, especially because it's supposed to rain in a little bit. So this should be like, I think it's a 19. You want to use a wrench, take your time with it, don't rush the process. As you can see, I got everything off. So I sprayed brake cleaner, and I noticed there's nothing actually coming from down here at all. But as you can see, stuff here, as I pretty much figured, got oil leak here, a little bit of oil here, so I'm gonna change these two out. And I'm thinking about, I know this one is leaking, but I'm about to change this one too. Yeah, I'm gonna change both valve cover gaskets. So the oil leak's not even down here, which is a good thing. It's not hard to take it off, but it's a job. Before you get the painting, some may know, have an area designated to set up the way it's, you know, airflow. So I sanded these down with 1000 grit sandpaper. The paint was already flaking, so it came off way easier. I'm gonna sand them up a little bit more, but so far, as you can see, it came off pretty easy. But yeah, you want to wear a mask on your face if you had one, but if not, at least have ventilation so you don't kill yourself. And what I'm gonna do, sand it a little bit more. Actually use one of these to cover my face. I know a lot of people powder coat theirs, but I rather just high temp it. Got this high temp. It usually turns out really nice and the gloss clear. But it lasted for a while, the paint job, until I sprayed brake cleaner all on the engine, and it just straight peeled it off. So I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta get gasket sealer. I don't think I have any more gasket sealer here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. If I gotta get, well, I'm gonna go ahead and spray these up. And if so, I had to get gasket sealer. Be a perfect time to just let those joints sit with the paint on it, and just tap it a couple times with the heat gun, because I am trying to put the car back together today, because like I said, it is supposed to rain today, so I'm not gonna have any other time to really do it. It's gonna rain this whole week. It's you know, it's probably like one of those on and off deals, but yeah, it's supposed to rain all this week, so I gotta get the car back together today so I can actually cover it up and let the weather do its thing till the weekend. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to, yeah, we gotta go get gasket sealer. No sweat, auto parts store right up the street from me. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get these joints sprayed up and shoot to the auto parts. So went to Advance and got this stuff, 700. It's the first time I'm using this one. Hopefully it's good. It is best to use the Toyota OEM brand. Definitely have some on hand, because I'm actually gonna just order some. You can order it off Amazon or eBay. So right now, with everything going on, that'd be the best bet. So I'm gonna set the camera up and get this knocked out. Try to get it as clean as possible. as far as on the camshaft and on the outer part, you see how the oil's dripping down. You don't want any oil sitting in this thing when you put these seals in. So you can put the rag like this, take a screwdriver and just, you know, go across it gently, both sides. And I can see there's a little bit of residue right here, so I'm definitely changing this one. And I know that for a fact this one is leaking. So I'm gonna go grab my gaskets and slide these things in, man, knock this thing out. The actual timing gears should be dried up enough to touch by now, so we definitely could get those on. Gasket right there, but as you can see, it's Toyota and Toyota and Toyota. So these are the actual camshaft seals. The crankshaft seal is a little bit bigger. The red main seal is like freaking huge, but I usually keep a bag of them. As you can see, your boy is running low. That's a crankshaft, camshaft gasket, front main seal, and that's another crankshaft seal. And I'm gonna just order a bunch more. I usually keep those on, you know, on standby, because like with these motors, they usually have oil leaks, and so, you know, I just keep a bunch of these. They don't cost too much, so now we could get all this stuff installed, got timing gears painted, and sit this camera down and get to it. For the most part, as you can see, as far as the timing belt goes, all right, so one part I didn't cover just now, which I covered in my other videos, as far as timing, you want to line these notches up to this notch up to the backing plate, that notch. So what you do is you want to make sure that the timing belt, I'll call it like a timing belt retainer, make sure you take that off, because you really won't be able to really get the timing belt on unless you like pretty much so experienced of doing this. Like countless of times I did it so many times, like it's ridiculous. So make sure you, what I do is I loosen the tension up the way so I can slide the pulley on and off without actually having to take the tensioner completely out and pin it. But when you do it, you really want to make sure that you use like a fresh tensioner, like brand new. This is used, it's probably like 50 miles or so on it. Still really not good to reuse them, but I reused mine countless of times. I had no issues so far. As far as recommending it, I would recommend that you get a brand new one. So pretty much what I gotta do is just tighten these two bolts up and pretty much tighten it up. So I did wipe a little bit of gasket seal on this. I don't think that was leaking at all. I think it was more so like, you know, just the extra drip coming from the top. It was so bad, but I just wiped it off and did put some on it just in case. That never ever leaked before. It's a brand new oil pump, but I'm pretty sure with just, you know, just the extras, but just in case. But yeah, that's pretty much what I had to get done today, and we're gonna knock the valve covers out in a second. I'm gonna finish this up. So everything's back together. I don't run timing belt covers at all. I would not suggest you do that. I mean, but I don't drive this car on the daily, so, you know, thug life or something. I don't know, just put your own code in there that sounds good to you. So it's time to do the valve covers. Hopefully I don't have to take the strut tower brace off, but I took all my spark plugs off. I do have a coil over plug set up, pretty much the GTE setup. But as far as this thing staying clean, that's pretty much a gift and a curse with having the vented hood that I have, pretty much. So, you know, when it rains, dirt and everything comes down, and it usually gets on this side. This side usually doesn't have too much, but it's always leaves over there. So what you want to do is, you know, pretty much pull your coil packs out or whatever. Try to clean this out as much as possible. I never get an A1 unless I had a whole cylinder head off, but I mean, it'll do for now. So there's a couple bolts. There's one there, one here, two here, two there. Is 1, 2, and 2 in the back. So what you want to do is take off this. This is a 10 AM fitting on the GE non-VVTi valve cover setup. I was gonna do GTE, but people are charging like $500 for those things, so I went ahead and I pretty much made my own as far as for the AM fittings. So only thing you do, literally take a drill bit, pretty much a tree drill bit, drill into it, this goes, you definitely want to just, give it a good look, see down the head, make sure you don't see any head gasket goop while you're here. And another for sure way to tell if your gasket's leaking is, you see that right here is where the seal actually sits, and if you see that wetness, that should not really be wet. I mean, a lot of times, yeah, it does, but see back there, let's see if it can. I had to kind of cut the seal and make it fit and all that good stuff. I was in the gym when I actually put that seal on, so it worked. It did what it's supposed to do, but it was actually like leaking all up here. You can see right there. So what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna try something a little different. I don't think Toyota calls for you to actually put gasket sealer down on here, but I'm gonna just do it anyway, so that way I don't have to really worry about this for a while. Valve cover gaskets usually don't leak. Like I said, the passenger side one didn't leak at all. I know why this one leaked. Pretty much, I had pinched it when I sealed it. The seal actually came off the valve cover and pinched it. I tightened it up, went for a couple rides, and I seen it was leaking way worse than this. But by the time I figured it out, gasket was no more. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this funky thing going. This goes, it's no real left and right side one of these, I don't think, but the for sure way to make sure you're good is don't sit your gasket on the ground like this. You see like this little contour, these dents, well, not dents, but I would say like bends in it. So this side actually goes, if you can see right here, how it's straight, and then it had a little line and straight, line, straight. You want to actually make sure that this side actually goes down into here. If you do this side into it, it's never gonna work. It's not gonna work out right. So you can see like this, like I said, just make sure the contours of the line match the contour of the valve cover. So I gotta put the camera down to do this. Alright, so finished everything now. Give you guys a look, see the setup, how it's looking. Dusty. Pretty much put everything where it belongs. And as you can see, that's the old oil leak stuff. I did just start the car, so if I say first start, it's a lie. So just when you do everything, make sure all your marks line up. If you feel funny, double check everything. And you just come in the cockpit like it's a fighter jet. And you just start her up. Just to make sure I'm not driving in anywhere today though. Fire straight up. Check all your gauges. Don't mind that. I gotta fix all this stuff. Had a little mishap the other day. But yeah, just check all your gauges and make sure your check engine light doesn't come on, and shucks, you should be good to go. But as always, thanks for checking out the channel. I had to cut the car off. It's too loud to talk, but As always, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for chilling with your boy today. This was almost like a repeat of a million videos because I always have to fix the gaskets, you know, once in a while to do the timing from doing motor swaps or whatever. But pretty much yeah, that's all there's to it as far as fixing the valve gaskets and all that good stuff. So I got a bunch of new parts sitting in the house. Like I said, we just moved in the house. We pretty much settled in. We do had to do a couple more things here and there. And I mean, yeah, so should be good to go. But until next time, subscribe, hit the like button. You can follow me on Instagram at will_grizzly and on Facebook at willgrizzly on Facebook. Or you can even follow us in the group, Built Alliance group. Pretty much Built Alliance. I got the hoodies going on. Get a couple more made, and I definitely do giveaways on the group. So you get on there, we most likely gonna win a t-shirt, free t-shirt, hoodie, or banner, whatever. I love doing giveaways for everybody who follows the channel and, you know, the group, whatever. So, you know, until next time, I see you guys.